This morning, I'm going to show you how to remove the wiper cowl pan and motor, which is required when working on the back side of the engine or on the front suspension. The first thing we need to do is remove the wiper arms. I like to mark where both wiper arm blades sit using a piece of painter's tape. Then I'll need to use my trim tool here to pop off the wiper arm head caps. I find if you give it a little twist, it'll give you just enough space to work the trim tool underneath so you can pop it off. I ended up using this trim tool instead because it was easier to slip into the gap. Here's what the caps look like underneath. Now I'll remove both these nuts using a 14mm socket with an extension so that I can clear the back edge of the hood. Once the nuts are off, the arm is going to be held in place because the wiper against the windshield pushes the arm against the stud. You need to lift the end up like so to relieve the tension. Then you can pop the arm off. And again, just like so. Pull this rubber seal towards the fender and up to disconnect it. Then pop the panel over the brake reservoir off. Grab the base of this clip through the rubber and pull it up and out, and then set it aside. Depress the middle of this plastic clip here and pop it out. Then go around to the other side and do the same thing. At the split, you'll want to lift the cowl trim up on the passenger side. It clips into place like this on the front and back. Come around to the passenger side next. I'm going to go ahead and set this panel out of the way on top here. Now grab the cowl trim here and pull it slightly up and towards the center front of the car. Now we can come around to the driver's side and do the same thing. You might have to lift it up a little bit more to get it over the studs. Next, remove this bolt, this one. These are all 10mm. This one here, this one underneath here, this one here, and this one. You can cheat and remove this bolt with a 10mm box wrench. I just need to loosen it a little bit, and then I can remove it with my fingers. Doing it this way avoids having to unbolt the motor from the wiper pan. You'll need to lift the wiper link up a little as you continue to unscrew the bolt. To get the other tricky one out, you'll need to remove this long 10mm bolt and large washer. With that out, you can lift the wiper link out of the way. Once the bolt's removed, replace the long bolt and washer to keep the wiper link in place. It doesn't have to be tightened all the way, just enough so it won't move around. Now unplug the harness. You can release this clip by lifting here. Push this tab in here so that you can release it and fold this down to the right. So there'll be another one in the middle here. It's going to unclip right here, and then you can fold it down to the left. Now we can lift this up and out. It'll require both hands. Be careful not to hit the edge of the windshield here with the wiper links. Here's what the wiper pan looks like out of the car. Fortunately, I didn't have to remove the motor or the linkage here. If you have trouble getting the wiper pan out, you can remove the wiper motor assembly first by taking out the long 10mm bolt and washer here and the corresponding one here. Once removed, you can slide the motor to the left to detach the wiper cushion from the pan and lift the entire assembly out. And here's what it looks like behind the engine. You can't really tell how much space there is back here until you remove that pan. And here's the top of the throttle body. Factory TCs normally have an apron extension that's bolted in right here, but it's been removed to accommodate my strut bar. I've taken this opportunity to clean all the dirt that was here. If you're trying to run wires for a fog light or an 8-gauge power wire through the driver's side grommet, here's where it comes out in the firewall. And here's where the passenger side grommet comes out. You can see my LED underglow light wires coming through it. Alright, let's reinstall everything. The wiper pan pops back into place pretty easily. The wiper link may touch the glass, but you'll be able to get it to slide under the edge. Just be careful and take your time. Flip this up and pop the tab into place here. And then we'll do the same for the middle. and there will be another tab on the back here. Next, reinstall all 7 of the 10mm bolts. Again, you'll need to remove the long bolt and washer here so that you can lift the wiper link out of the way. And you'll need a box wrench to tighten this bolt. You can just do it hand tight. And then we have the final bolt here. These should all be tightened to 78 inch-pounds, not foot-pounds, but honestly, hand tight will be fine. The long bolt for the wiper link gets tightened to 49 inch-pounds. If you remove the other wiper link bolt, it's tightened down to the same specs. Now to reconnect the harness, and then clip the wire into place. When reinstalling the plastic cowl trim, the back edge will go under the rubber here. Also, if you look at the backside, you'll see a channel. That's where the bottom edge of the windshield is going to sit. Work the driver's side in first, coming down at an angle and diagonally right. Lift the rubber up so that it sits over top of the cowl trim. We'll do the same exact thing on the passenger side. Again, lift the rubber over the cowl trim. Then we can come over here, I'll move this out of the way, and press down here until it clicks into place. Now to reinstall the rubber seal. Just push the clip in here, pop this section back into place, and then stretch the end so you can get the hole onto the end of the tab. Push the center of these 2 clips up so that they look like this. Then reinstall the one on the driver's side, push the center flush, and then go around to the passenger side and do the same thing. And finally, the wiper arms. The one with the longer 24-inch blade goes on the driver's side. Just line it up as best you can, then flip the arm down, not too hard. Nice. Got it lined up on the first try. Now to take the passenger side arm with the 18-inch blade and do the same. Not quite right. It's a little hard to judge from this side. Almost. There we go. Now reinstall the 2 14mm nuts. And you'll want to tighten them down to 17 foot-pounds. Pop both caps back on the arms. And you're done. I may end up doing more videos like this. Please hit like if you enjoyed it. If you haven't hit subscribe to my channel yet, please do so now. And as always, thank you for watching.